What's up, everybody? It is Wednesday night, and it's time for Super Geeked Up! Yeah! Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Jeff. This is Super Geeked Up, your live geeky pop culture show. We like to talk zany geek topics, play fun geek-themed improv games. We're going to debut a new one on tonight's show, actually. I am joined, as always, from Sincere Sarcasm. It is Fernandez.
Howdy. Bonus nachos. And my new favorite drink. Sorry, I just have to advertise. This summer,
is there a new sponsor that I don't know about?
Oh, it's gonna be blurred. The summer version of Red Bull, delicious. I love it. It's watermelon, my favorite fruit.
What is it though? What is the drink?
It's a Red Bull watermelon flavor.
Oh, okay, all right. I have not seen that.
Value the water, but it's my favorite fruit. Just like corn, it's my favorite vegetable. No nutritional value. My favorite vegetable.
Great. Thanks so much for sharing that with the audience. They were dying to hear that.
Woo!
All right. We are joined by our special guest tonight, designer of the upcoming game Supernova Smash. It is Thom Hines.
Woo!
Yeah.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
All right. So we're going to do a bunch of fun geeky stuff here with Thom. He's going to tell us about the game a little later on. Thank you, everybody who's already in the chat. Actually, Jalou made a very nice statement here. He says, wow, I missed nearly 30 minutes of conversation. I think it does kind of feel like that because these people are awesome and they've been chatting away before we even started. So thank you guys. You guys rock. Welcome to new viewer, Jennifer Wolf. Says, I have a good feeling about this Thom Hines guy. It's probably because he's her husband.
Oh, you gave the secret away. You gave the secret away.
Well,
I know.
You still get paid either way, so.
All right. Listener Base says, did Francis get a new hairdo? I don't think so. No.
It's the fact that I can't get a haircut right now is why I like this.
It's looking good. It's sexy.
We're all getting a little droopier.
All right. Here we go. Yes. Hello, Jen. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We're definitely going to need your help with some of these improv games we're going to do. We're going to do superhero marriage counseling in just a little bit. We're going to debut new game, TV theme songs later today. So that's right, folks. We're going to be singing Don't Run Away. It won't be that bad.
Oh, no.
Yes, it'll be great. We're gonna make up the lyrics of some theme songs that don't have lyrics. We're gonna talk the best animated movie songs. We're gonna talk about some of the cool stuff. Lots of funny stuff here. Oh, by the way, Jen says I prefer the term legal boyfriend. Okay.
Thank you, Jen. Love you, sweetie.
Hey, good. That's good.
All right. Here we go. Let's start off with our first super geeky question of the day, though. Francis, what's that?
All right. This question comes from our awesome Patreon contributor, Tammy Anderson, who sent this in and who sends us in every month, a question every month for supporting us on Patreon. So thank you so much, Tammy, for this question that we're about to ask right here. It is, what series would you have ended differently, and how would you have ended it?
All right. That's a great question, Tammy. Thank you very much. And thank you to all our patrons for supporting us. Let's start with our guest, Thom.
Okay.
Give us one show to start off.
I feel like the low-hanging fruit is Game of Thrones. So I'm gonna go to Lost, which if I were to have made it a better ending, I would have just cut off the last 5 seasons and called it a day. I think that would have been just good right there.
How many seasons were there?
7.
So you just want the first 2 seasons?
Yeah. I feel like I was okay with the mysteries just remaining mysteries because as soon as we found out the answers, it only got worse.
Gotcha.
So that's my answer.
All right. Cool. Great.
Okay, I can appreciate that.
Yeah. I think a lot of people were not so happy with the way that ended.
I see Laura agrees. Yeah.
It was the first series to have like that really disappointing, I think, controversial ending. And then it just snowballed from there with every other show doing the same thing.
It became a trend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, in the chat, Laura says Lost 3 seasons ago. Jalou 3 says How I Met Your Mother is often one which is pointed out that could have been ended better. He also says Person of Interest left many of their fans in tears. So also, folks, feel free to send in how you would have preferred it to end the show if you did not like the ending.
The funny thing, How I Met Your Mother there was an alternate ending that people actually liked, but that was in the DVD extras.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
they at least tried to fix it. That's good.
Yeah, tried to fix it, yeah.
Necronis and Ariella just joined us in the chat. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Jalu also says Enterprise should have ended with a Next Generation ending.
Oh, Advent.
No. The fact that the fact that it was the Next Generation ending was the bad thing, I think, is actually what he meant. Probably.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, I get you now. Chris Hadley says Whiskey Cavalier and Deception both canceled after one season and both ended on a cliffhanger. That's I know that's always rough. Chaz says, "Oh, interesting. Star Trek TNG and How I Met Your Mother jump right to mind." So really, Chaz. So actually, I want to because next Gen is actually on my list of the best endings ever. So I want to hear. Chaz, why, if you didn't like it, and how you would have ended it, because I'm very curious to hear that now.
Yeah, the best of both worlds. No, never the worlds. All good things.
All good things.
Great.
But again, but of course, folks, we always want to hear everybody's. Absolutely. We love hearing different things.
I want to know why. This is fascinating.
It is. Carrie's got
Alf doesn't get taken.
Carrie Johnson's got 2. One of these is going to be mine. Alf doesn't get taken by the government is his first one.
Oh, that's so heartbreaking.
At the end?
Yeah, that's
terrible.
That's an awful ending. It was such a lighthearted show for him to just disappear like that.
He also says Sam makes it home in Quantum Leap. That's my choice. I wanted Sam Beckett to make it home in Quantum Leap. Because the voiceover in the end actually says, and he never makes it home. Wow, great, thanks guys. I really feel awesome now after watching the end of that show.
Well, that kind of steals away what I would like to see Enterprise end with Captain Archer returning home. You get my thing.
Yeah. I like closure. I'm a big fan of closure. All these ones like Sopranos or something where you just don't know or where the things just don't quite work out. It feels so sad.
Well, with Sopranos, they've been teasing the movie forever.
Yeah.
So I think that was just a whole marketing faux pas because they were like, "Hey, we're gonna do a movie for you, yay!" And not so much.
So hey, Ariella just sent a super chat. That's a way that people can support us. She actually just sent us $20. Thank you so much, Ariella. She says, "Love you guys. Here's a little help." That is awesome, Ariella. You rock. Yes. Woo, Ariella. Thank you. That's so awesome. And guys, there's a super chat thing on the bottom of your chat if you want to throw in any amount that you like. It's always very, very helpful. So thank you, Ariel. So let's see. By the way, a lot of people are agreeing about Quantum Leap. Julie says, yeah, Quantum Leap was so sad. Tammy also wants to make Sam make it home. Actually, at Dragon Con, the head of because we actually did a panel on this. Marks did a panel about endings, good and bad endings of shows, and Quantum Leap was my choice. But the director of the Digital Media Track actually loved the ending, and I'm not going to be able to remember exactly what he said, but he actually made a good argument for why he liked the ending of Quantum Leap. It was interesting, kind of like a metaphysical type thing, but I still just wanted him to make it home.
No, of course. Yeah, it's figured he leaped into Star Trek Enterprise, so, you know.
That's what happened.
That's why I want Captain Archer to make his way home, because he leaped into Enterprise. Last episode of Enterprise.
So that actually would have been, you're right, super funny if they kind of worked that into the end of Enterprise, if they made a reference to that.
Oh my goodness.
That would have been hilarious.
Oh, man.
Victor says, by the way, Star Trek Enterprise should have ended with the start of the Romulan War just starting. That would have made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But then, it's not an ending; it's a continuation, but that's cool too. You know.
Yeah, it's a nice bone to the fans, so I like that idea.
Oh yeah, definitely.
By the way, that's right. I almost missed your wife thing. Naruto needed more boning.
That's Jen.
So wait, does Naruto have a lot of sex?
No, she was so disappointed. A little bit of a spoiler alert that the relationship that gets formed at the end, we don't really get to see, even though it was built up for hundreds and hundreds of episodes. It was a little.
Wait a minute. Who did Naruto end up with?
Do you not know?
Tell me. Oh! I don't know. I do know actually. No, I know. Oh, yeah. That would be good.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of weird erotica online that covers that. Funny though, so you don't have to worry about the original makers. So
don't worry, Francis. You got it.
Yeah.
Jen's probably
don't worry, Jen. Yeah, get on that, Jen.
Just read the fanfic.
Yeah, Jen, share your fan fiction with us. By the way, James Cox, who was our guest a few weeks ago, and he's been awesome watching us every week, says Penny Dreadful. The last 2 episodes was clearly a show getting the death notice late in the season, and having to force a series finale needed one more season to explore Jekyll and Hyde.
I thought Penny Dreadful was coming back as a show.
We did too.
Guess not.
No, I mean a reboot of it.
Oh, is
I
it?
thought-
Oh, right, wait,
I thought it
already? It
was.
just went off.
Well, that's the point. Like I think they've like, oh man, this ended too soon, and so I think they're doing a reboot of Penny Dreadful, which would be funny.
Laura, Agent Carter never should have ended, so she just wanted Agent Carter to continue.
Oh yeah, that should have gone forever. That was such a great show.
Oh, okay. Jen says Naruto Erotica. That's a great name.
Naruto Erotica.
It's just a whole genre. You don't. It's right there.
There's already a whole genre of that. That's called hentai.
Yeah.
All right, listen. No, hentai is a very specific type of.
Well, I mean, it's specific to the sense of it's animated erotica, but
I guess you're right. I guess hentai doesn't have to be really hardcore necessarily.
Yeah. Sometimes it can be really romantic, guys.
Try.
I wish it actually was, to be honest with you.
I hate to tell you that. Not that I would know firsthand, but surprisingly, not that I know firsthand.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Janet says, I specialize in portmanteau. Oh, yes, like putting the words right together.
She's a writer. I think she's got something like 12 words on Urban Dictionary. I think they're all pretty much portmanteaus. So she is.
Wow, that's impressive.
She works at it.
We almost have a word on Urban Dictionary, but it was already existing before we put it in.
Oh, Fraff, you mean? Our shit name?
Yeah.
But it means something really bad, right? To like pee,
It was
pee and shit at the same time or something?
something like that. Something like that.
Something terrible.
And someone already thought of that, I guess. That's great.
Yeah, that already came up, but yeah, I think someone should add another definition and add
Jalou says Babylon 5 should have ended at the end of the Shadow War. The follow seasons were not the same level of quality.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I think there's a lot of shows that just sort of taper off, and that's that they make it to a good point, and then they find out you've got funding for 2 more years, and you've got to just stretch it out now.
Well, there's so few shows that get the opportunity to end on their terms.
Yeah.
It's very rare that you got to see that. One show that I was really happy that kind of ended on their terms was, oh my god. The name is slipping me now. It has Joshua Jackson and...
Dawson's Creek?
No.
Fringe?
Fringe!
Yes.
Oh, yes, Fringe. Okay.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that really went in some weird ways and then came back, and those last few episodes really kind of pulled it together. It was I was surprised where it went. I watched all of Fringe, except for the last episode, and then I took like a 2-year break because I don't remember exactly why, but something caused me to stop, and then I just finally watched a couple years later. I'm like, I don't know why I waited. That was great.
Yeah.
That was such a good show.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay,
By the way, folks, if you're not in the chat, you can also tweet us at Super Geeked Up. Francis is monitoring that.
I am monitoring.
By the way, let's see here. So James says, Penny Dreadful, the reboot, is a new setting, time period, and characters. Boo! That cast and those characters in Victorian England was the reason it was such a great series.
Mm-hmm.
And then Necrodia says, anyone remember Terra Nova? I do. I like that show. James says, Terra Nova got interesting at the end of season 1. That was such a bummer. If I'm thinking of the right show, it's where they went back into like the Jurassic type.
Oh, yeah.
Back in time, and they started forming like a colony back in like dinosaur time.
There's so many one-season shows that
was a good. That was actually it was a pretty good show.
Yeah.
All right, good. Thank you for all these great answers, folks. Well, what else, guys? Do you have any other answers? Anything else? Shows we haven't mentioned that you? I've got. So one of my favorite shows. I was not a huge fan of the way it ended. That's Smallville.
No, I never made it to the end.
Yeah, so Smallville had 10 seasons. And
it went to season 10?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It did get a little weaker near the last couple years, but I still enjoyed it the whole time. But at the end, he finally does get to be Superman, and you see him kind of flying around, but the effects weren't really done very well, and they didn't really show much. But honestly, I know some people don't like the show because he's not Superman, and I've always loved the show because it was not about Superman. It was about Clark Kent learning to become Superman, right? So I would have liked that show to end at the last shot, like never see him in the suit at all. Just the last shot was him walking towards the camera and ripping open his shirt and seeing the S. Like, and that's how the series ends. Like, the series ends with him becoming Superman. That's what I would have liked to have seen.
Yeah. I like that suggestive ending. We all know where he's going. We don't have to see it, but that seems like a really nice moment to like show the transition.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But still, great series overall.
Yeah. Oh, Cowboy Bebop. I might have to disagree with him. That show I think is near perfection.
Who mentioned that?
Jelly 3.
Oh, what did he say? Oh, I see. The ending.
It's sad. It's tragic. It's awful. But the whole show is just something to make you want to like cry yourself to sleep every night in such a beautiful way. Yeah. What do you guys think about Battlestar Galactica's end?
So I didn't watch the new one. I only saw the old one. Battlestar Galactica.
Okay.
We'll keep mum.
That's fine. You know what? I did watch a little bit of it, and it wasn't really my thing, so you can ruin it. I don't care. I'm never going to watch it.
I don't remember. Most of it. A lot of finales I don't really quite remember. In all honesty, it's a little sad. Because like I said, a lot of those shows very rarely end on their own terms. I mean, I was an avid watcher of Castle, for instance, and it ended in the worst possible way, which was they fast-tracked their future, their future relationship after this really cliffhanger ending, and then there's just, oh no, everything's fine. They just said the last 2 minutes of the show.
So unsatisfying.
It was terrible. Pushing Daisies, another show that was gone too soon. 2 seasons in, what I would like to see is that they didn't end it, and it kept going for another 5-6 seasons. That's what I would like to see as an ending for Pushing Daisies, because after that season 2, and they're just using pre-used footage to kind of give a sort of ending to the show, which was not very great. But,
by the way, Necrodia says, hey, spoilers, man. Someone's only on season 5 of Smallville. I actually did not give really anything away, honestly.
I mean,
all I said is he becomes Superman, which I probably was not much of a stretch.
I was going to say, that's not much of a stretch.
Don't worry, Necrodia. That doesn't really ruin anything story-wise, I don't think, for you at all. I think you're good. Because I try to be really careful about spoilers. I know they suck for sure.
Don't give up now.
Yeah, no. There's lots of good seasons left in that show, absolutely. Arielis, by the way, said, hit me over the head now, but Sense8 on Netflix ended too soon. At least they did give Sense8 like a movie to do to wrap it up. After season 2 was going to be the last one. So at least they tried to do something at least to give them a way to end it.
Mm-hmm. So as we talk about Twitter, you can always tweet at us at Super Geeked Up. Anthony says, I would have ended the Big Bang Theory differently by getting Sheldon Cooper to wake up and realize that him and everyone but Amy and Penny had average IQ and how they couldn't handle it. That'd be crazy if they weren't really like the geniuses they were, and they woke up kind of like, oh, we kind of just dreamed the whole thing. It's like what do you call it?
Dallas? No.
It's like Bob Newhart.
Bob Newhart, that's her.
I forgot about
the Newhart, where he woke up, he woke up, his second show he woke up and it was in his first show, and it was like, oh, okay, that's actually funny, because I had a show to kind of fall back on. But St. Elsewhere, no thank you. St. Elsewhere had the worst ending.
I never watched that either. So Carrie says, Carrie, of course, is a big fan of the Arrowverse. He watches our DC Action Hour show we do. He says, Arrow should have stopped at the end of season 7. I like some things in 8, but it was just set up for Crisis. So I agree with you, Carrie, about the Crisis stuff. However, I actually really loved 8 a lot, and I think it did still do a lot of really great resolution stuff that I would really have missed if I didn't see it. So I think actually 8 was I actually loved that season. But I hear what you're saying. Victor mentions the show I used to watch called Forever Knights, which is a vampire show. A cop in Toronto who was a vampire. It was a really fun
That's a great premise.
Yeah, he needed Nick Knight was the name of the character. Needed Nick to return to being human again. Okay, yeah.
Was this an 80s show?
It was an early 90s show.
Okay. It seems of that era. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was good. I'm just trying to see, what else did we miss here, Francis? There's a lot of stuff in the chat. I know James and some other people mentioned Jen Chuck. James says Chuck should probably end after season 3. I love Chuck. I will say the very last season 5, I didn't really love what they did, so I'm somewhat with you there, James. But Chuck was a great show. It was so funny.
Yeah, Chuck is great.
Yeah, I love Chuck.
You guys, like James says, also Newhart finale is one of the all-time greats. I know, I agree. That's an awesome ending in the show.
I mean, only so many people can do that ending, though. Of course.
It
gets played at some point.
Like, I think it's, yeah, I mean, again, if no one knows the St. Elsewhere ending, it was, the whole show was this hospital and all of these doctors, and I think it was like, oh my god, Denzel Washington's first role as an actor, and it ended up being all in this kid's head. That's how it ended, was being all in this kid's head.
Oh god, yuck.
Yeah. And the hospital was in a snow globe, and I'm like, no, you don't use all these years of a hospital drama just to be in the kid's head the entire time. Terrible.
That's so weird,
right?
That's why I don't like those things, because it's like you're not paying respect to your viewers. I think, right?
Right.
Like all the time they spent with these characters and getting attached to them, and
they're just lazy.
Yeah, they never.
I hate that. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Somebody had mentioned that. Oh yes, Jalous3 says the ending of MASH was far better than the ending of Cheers or Frasier. Okay.
Oh yeah.
He also says I still like seeing Nerd Herd cosplayers. So easy to do. Nerd Herd was of course the Best Buy in Chuck's world.
Oh, Nerd Herd. Yes,
they
that's
called
right.
It the Nerd Herd instead of the Geek Squad. Yeah. Tammy agrees the Forever Night final episode was a complete disappointment. I don't remember totally what happened, but yes, I do. I think I do remember it wasn't that great.
Looks like Tammy Anderson's watched every single show that you have, Jeff. It's the list are lining up.
Tammy actually has seen every show. I think I've seen. She has the same taste as me. Tammy's
That's great.
That's right. James mentioned something from Chuck called it Jeffster. Like that was like Fref. Oh my god. There was these two guys who worked in the Nerd Herd called Jeff and Lester, and they were the two like really like goofball slacker guys, right?
Right.
And they called Jeffster. I think maybe it was a band or something they formed. I forget. I think. Remind me, James. That's right, Jeffster. That's great. All right, cool. Excellent choices, everybody. Lots of awesome stuff there in the chat. All right. I'll sneak one last one in. I love the show 24. I hated the ending. Well,
wait. The ending of 24, the second 24, where they had
24 Die Another Day, which is technically like season 9.
Mm-hmm.
And the one with Jack Bauer. They did one more season with the new guy. But that show was so amazing. I think it's still pretty much the most riveting show on TV.
Yeah.
Well,
I've never binged something so hard.
Well, one of the most. I mean, whatever. Yeah, it's fine. If you have another one.
No. It's just that I think that the only thing I hated about there's only one element that I hated from 24, and that was every episode had a mole. Every season had a mole.
Had a mole?
A mole in every season.
Gotta have a mole.
I guess it's like staple of 24 is you have to have one mole in there somewhere.
All right, so actually, if you don't want to know, stop listening for a minute. It's just like 20 seconds, folks. If you don't want to the ending of 24. But Jack Bauer gets taken. He's captured at the end to go with the Russian to get thrown in some hole for the rest of his life or something. I'm like, what? That's terrible.
He sacrificed himself, but
he saved Chloe, which is great, and that makes sense because Chloe even says is his best friend at the end there.
Oh,
but he spent 9 years saving the world, right? Actually, what I really wanted. So in season 7 and 8, there was a character named Renee Walker, played by Annie Wershing, and she is awesome, and I love that character. And they had a romantic thing, and I wish they didn't kill her in season 8, and he just got to retire and be with her. That's what I would have liked to have seen. Just give Jack a nice ending at the end after 9 years of hell.
No, Jack Bauer needs every day. It needs more days of 24 hours of kicking butt and taking.
At least let him. Fine, he can kick butt, but don't throw him in like he's going to be tortured and captured.
It was supposed to be a setup, though. That's the thing. That was all supposed to be.
Do you think they were going to try to continue it? Is that what you think?
That happened at the end of one of the other seasons where he was captured. Like he came out of the Mexican cartel the next season.
Yeah, and he was getting off of heroin because that's what.
I remember that one. He was addicted.
Yeah, so they'd already tried that one, but they could have just kept capturing him and then letting him go. Maybe there wasn't the idea of he breaks out of every prison.
Yes. Well, he can do it. He's Jack Bauer. All right, that's it, folks. You can listen again.
Yeah.
I'll give you the thumbs up. There you go.
Come back in.
Yeah. All right, there you go, folks. That was our different endings. You can keep putting yours in the chat, of course, if you'd like. But now we're going to do our first geeky improv game, superhero marriage counseling. So we need you guys to start putting in the chat pairs of characters who would be unlikely marriage partners. So fictional characters. Come up with fictional characters who would unlikely be married. Tom and I are going to play 2 of these characters. And Francis will be the marriage counselor who's trying to help us through our differences. And he will probably be some interesting character that he usually makes up. No, yeah, right.
No,
say that
you're
every time,
totally
and then you
straight
do
this
it.
time.
You're such a liar.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, hey, Tammy just said, I did a paper on Shakespeare and Star Trek. That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of Shakespeare and Star Trek, yeah.
Well, yeah, like Picard definitely, right? He likes Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Well, but also bits and pieces of Shakespeare stories are in Star Trek too, yeah.
Nice.
Picard and Data. Quark and Odo.
Picard and Data, Quark and Odo. I guess he's going off the Star Trek theme here.
Peter and Marith.
Peter Pan and Granny. Who's Granny?
Oh, I think is that just the grandma from?
Is it like Wendy's grandmother?
Too many grannies. It could be the granny from Sylvester and Tweety.
Yes. We can pick the granny.
There's so many grannies.
So by the way, listeners, we do other games. We do want you to make up superhero names. That's not this game because he says Captain Laserdisc and Sergeant DVD. And we love that, but we actually need like real fictional characters. We do.
We need the material.
That would be an unlikely couple.
You're right. That is funny though.
Yeah.
I like that. Captain Janeway 7 of 9 from Jaloo.
Mm-hmm.
Bender and the Professor from Jaloo as well.
I like a lot of these are in the same universe.
Oh, yeah, you were right. Tammy says it's Granny from Tweety and Sylvester.
Yeah, wow.
That's my first thought when I think of Granny is those Tweety and Sylvester Granny.
Chip and Dale, Batman and Robin. Okay. By the way, folks, they don't actually have to be from the same universe, just so you know. You can totally mix it up. It's totally fine. And we can actually also mix these up as well ourselves.
Yeah.
There's no rules here.
What are you liking there so far, Tom?
Frasier and Marge Simpson. Whatever.
Who and Marge?
Frasier and Marge Simpson.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. Tammy, Dexter and Kim Possible. I love Kim Possible. Dexter. Oh, that's rough.
That'd be really difficult.
That's a tough one.
Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah, Batman, Supergirl, Hulk and Mr. Glass. Oh, God, Jen. That was a good one. Hulk and Mr. Glass.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. Hulk, I could just see him burying his soul to a counselor. It sounds like a very therapeutic session.
Chaz says Sam Gamgee and Sauron.
Oh! We don't really hear much from Sauron, but like that leaves a lot of room to
it does,
fill in with
their
your
own interpretation. I like it.
I love them to lose their voice. So Stitch and Golem.
Oh, my.
I feel like most of Kim Possible. A lot of Kim Possible. All right, so Tom, just pick one of those characters and I'll pick.
Oh man, I'm pretty tempted to say either Hulk and Mr. Glass or Sam Gamgee and Sauron.
Well, it could be a mix of...
Or we can mix it up. But yeah, why don't we do Sam Gamgee and Sauron?
Okay.
You want to do that?
Okay. That sounds good.
Who do you want to be?
I'll go with Sauron. Is that okay?
I'll be Sam.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
How does Sauron speak?
Hey, don't. Hey, he's gonna do his own voice for Sauron. Don't worry about it.
I'll figure it out. Oh. Don't tell me what to do.
That's a good one. I like it already. But like Damien also says She-Ra and Iron Man. I like that one.
Oh, I like that too.
RoboCop and Batman. Jennifer Walters and Captain Kirk. All right, Green Ladies and Captain Kirk. I get it. All right.
Oh, right. She's She-Hulk, right?
She's She-Hulk. Jennifer Walters is a real name.
Yeah. I can't forget her real name.
I'm excited for She-Hulk series. All right.
Hopefully it gets made.
Hey, it'll get made, man.
I mean, like, in a timely manner, because, like, everything's on hold.
No, I'm not saying it's going to be soon, but it'll get made. Don't worry about it. It's all good. All right. Let's see here. Oh, boy. All right. I was looking at something.
It's not like get the names. You've picked the names.
Yes. Okay. All right. So here we go. Sam and Sauron. Sam Gamgee and Sauron, they're married. They are going to a marriage counselor played by Francis. I am Sam Gamgee. Tom is Sauron. And we're going to take it away.
Sam, Sauron, thank you for meeting me. I'm Dr. Ross. I'd like you to paint a picture of your relationship right now. Some pretty little problems and some tiny little issues you may be having. Please, share with us.
Wait a minute. What is this? I thought we were going for frozen yogurt.
Oh, well, yes. Sure. Don't worry, Mr. Sauron. I'll get you some frozen yogurt real fast. Don't worry about it. I'll get you that. So the big...
I'm not ready to spill my feelings. This is unacceptable.
Now, Sam, are you lying to your spouse?
Lying about the frozen yogurt? Okay, well, I did actually first bring yogurt to Mr. Frodo. And I think Sauron, he's always jealous of me and Mr. Frodo's relationship. I don't understand. It's a totally platonic relationship. Nothing's going on.
I don't know. You guys spent a lot of time together. I remember hearing all about this trip you guys went on, and you just can't stop talking about how your journey was just so amazing. You made so many memories. It's infuriating.
Boy, I'm thinking of a bit of Brokeback Mordor here. I'm not sure if I'm excited about this here. Now, love is like a river. A nice, beautiful blue river with cerulean and teal. So what colors would you paint your relationship right?
Flames. Flames color.
Flames. Okay.
Yes, everything flames.
Well, I try to do like a nice rainbow colored, but he's always painting over it in red. It's always about red and lava and fire, and I don't know. That's all he ever talks about.
Well, what's more beautiful than fire? It has such an elegant glow. I don't understand why you want to mix all these other colors, and sometimes they just get so muddied, Samwise.
Sauron, you have an eye for beauty. I see it. I see that eye of yours. Beautiful, beautiful. But Sam, what is your relationship with Frodo? Tell me, what is your relationship with Frodo?
Well, he's like, I don't know. He was kind of like my, master / best friend / secret lover. I mean, oh, no, not that last one. That's ridiculous. We just spent like many years together traveling but we traveled to see you, Sauron. That's where we were going.
Yeah, well, I can remember it a little bit differently. I mean, I still remember the first moment I laid eyes on you, Samwise, and, I was a little bit distracted by trying to kill your friends. However, it didn't seem like you were all that excited to see me at first, and it was a real uphill battle, and I felt like I had to do all the work in this relationship at the beginning.
Hey, well, wait a minute. We had to climb uphill to your stupid Mount Doom, or whatever the hell you call it. That was like super
There you
difficult.
go, belittling my Mount Doom again. It was a symbol.
Well, it's a really ugly mountain. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd like to see your Rainbow Mountain.
Oh, sure. Well, yeah, I could take you to it. Frodo and I are building it.
Well, oh! Here we go with the Frodo again. Why with the Frodo again? What is
more secrets?
Oh, it's like a 50 Shades of Hobbit here. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of this 50
Hey,
Shades.
are you anti-Hobbit?
No, I love the hobbits. Your furry little feet, your hairy feet. Oh, the best. I like to get a little
Very
tops.
practical. We don't need shoes.
Round
I know. I love to tickle them.
Oh, he does. You're right. He's got a foot fetish.
You could probably tell by looking at me.
Yes, all the armor. It's very fitting. It's very fitting. So what can we do here? What can we do with you and Frodo and Aragorn and Gandalf?
Wait. What kind of an orgy? What kind of an orgy are you talking about?
Sorry, my imagination got ahead of me. Sorry, I was painting a picture.
So listen, Sauron. I would promise I will not eat frozen yogurt with anyone except you.
Oh well, I guess I'll just have to make that work, because we all know I'm a one hobbit demon. I just love you too much. I'll take this compromise. It's okay. Yes, let's make this work. Thank you for your help, Doctor.
Of course. Hey, one ring and all, right, to rule them all.
Good one. I get it.
All right, end scene. That's great.
Oh, I love how many people got introduced into this relationship. This is incredible.
I know. I don't know what's up
It
with
was
this
the
doctor.
fellowship.
Like, this doctor is really weird.
I couldn't think of the Bob Ross impression well enough because I had voices in my.
I thought you said Dr. Oz.
Dr. Ross.
Totally different.
Dr. Ross?
Ross. Yeah.
Bob, you're doing Bob Ross?
Painting tree,
Painter?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I'm painting little trees, Paint me
Happy little rocks.
happy. Yeah, I said, happy little rocks.
Well, you made a happy little demon out of me there.
Good.
Great work.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Tammy says, Sauron sounds like the cockroach guy in MIB, Men in Black.
Yes.
I loved your Sauron, man. It was great.
I've done plenty of Smeagol, but I've never done Sauron. So
We should have had you be Smeagol.
That's smart.
Well, Tammy had said earlier that Sauron is basically just a deeper Smeagol.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I can see that.
Right, my brothers.
All right, cool. Hope you enjoyed that, folks.
Yeah.
That was
pretty.
quick.
Oh, I love Jennifer's. What is Sauron's love language? Pretty sure Sam's is quality time.
We'll say Sam's is more of a
or acts of service.
Yeah, and sharing bread and carrying people.
Carrying people.
He's a giver.
That's true,
He's
he
a
does.
giver. Yeah, he's got too much love for one monster. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, there you go, folks. That was Superhero Marriage Counseling. Later on, we're going to talk about what our favorite animated movie songs are, and we're going to do some singing and TV theme songs, our new game for tonight. Yep, Francis is super excited.
Episode where there are no singers, and you're having to sing.
Oh, that's untrue. Tom told us before the show he was the lead singer of a band.
I was asked not to come back.
Well, I'm sure you'll impress us tonight, so it's all right. I'm excited to hear what's going to happen.
Can't wait.
Oh, Tammy had said, hope Sauron and Sam have a safe word. Yeah, that would have been smart, actually.
Yeah. It does seem like an unequal power dynamic in that relationship.
All right, before we go on to our other stuff, though, let's talk to Tom here and about what he's got going on. So tell us about Supernova Smash, your upcoming game.
All right. Yeah. So I teach interaction design and game design, but I'm making and publishing my first game right now. I've been working on it for quite a while now, since early last year. I've been working on it. It's a hybrid card game app game. So not like a lot of other games that are out there. You are playing on a table with your friends like you would a normal kind of card, fast-paced party game. It's a little bit like Speed, the card part. But the app is crazy, zany randomness. It will tell you when to go. It makes you do all these like mini challenges, kind of like a little mini game of asteroids, or you have to pick up your phone, or you have to scream into the microphone. There's all sorts of different ways in which you kind of have to compete with everyone else, and you're always on your toes. Rounds are only about 5 minutes long, but it feels like they're an eternity in a good way. It's fun.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
This game that you can play. Does it have to be played in person, or can it be played online?
Yeah. Unfortunately, it does have to be something where you have to be in the same room. But the phones talk to each other, and you're kind of playing on each other's piles. So it's very much like full contact tabletop gaming. You really kind of have to get into everyone's faces and slam your cards down and try to push people out of the way. But
pull them and then kick them in the gut.
Yeah. I've made some video games over the years and some apps and stuff, but there's something just really fun about like screaming straight into your friends' faces and making them cry. And like if you make them cry and they're not in the same room, you're missing out on all the fun. So this is a game that it's important to have that sort of personal tear jerking experience.
Oh God.
Yeah. It's I think I can't remember the tagline that I have on the website, but it's something like a game about flying through a supernova and being a dick to your friends. So I think that says it all.
You have a different one on here. It's a fast-paced, out-of-control card and phone party game in space.
Oh, yeah, that's the safe for children version. The game is actually not. It is family friendly. It's not offensive. But all of my materials, I definitely have like lots of bleeped out words and stuff like that. So it's just who I am. It's who my people are.
It's a little Cards Against Humanity, a little bit.
Well, the way my friends play it, yes, but you can definitely play with a 5-year-old and not worry about converting them to a dark little. Yeah.
In the chat, Victor says, sounds like a fun game, like a knife fight during a poker game.
Yes, that's a great way of describing it. I'm going to steal that, Victor. That's fantastic.
Terry says, perfect game for my family. Awesome. Lister's Mate says, sounds like a high-tech version of Uno.
Yeah. I definitely stole a bunch of elements from a lot of different games. But as I was making it, over the months, it evolved from something that was maybe a little bit more like Uno into something that is a lot more. You play against each other. Having dynamics where you're not just sort of playing on your own pile, or you make moves regardless of the other people around you. You really do have to know who's going, and you do kind of get attacked, and you can attack other people with your cards. The way you play them can cause damage to them. Like, it's all added up at the end of the round. It's meant to create interpersonal conflict. But having played it a bunch, I've yet to see anyone really get angry. Any sober person get really angry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good stipulation.
Yeah.
And by the way, I forgot. Ariella said she came in late. She was asking about who our guest is. This is Thom Hines. He's the designer of Supernova Smash. And I'm sorry, Tom, remind me, did Jen design it with you?
Jen was an integral part of the process. She definitely was there for all the play testing and gave a lot of feedback. I got a lot of help from a lot of people over the several months that I was testing, but my hands were the ones that touched the game pretty much exclusively. Gotcha. So yeah, it's handsy. It was a lot. Just to code the app was a couple thousand hours of work. So
oh my God.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it or wish it on my worst enemy, but I did have a lot of fun working on it.
So is there a way we can support this game since it's not out yet?
I am planning to put it on a Kickstarter. Currently, we tried a Kickstarter once, and then no one was allowed to do party games for several months, maybe. So I'm going to be having to bring it back when people are allowed to congregate around each other.
Cool.
But I'm probably going to be putting it on a Kickstarter again. The alternative, and I'm kind of talking to a lot of different publishers and printers to see what maybe the best options are. Maybe just print a run, pay for a run myself, and just get it out there so people don't have to wait the several months that usually comes with a Kickstarter game, and see if I can speed up that process, because the game is ready. People have been playing it and they like it, and I feel bad for telling people, give me $20 for this game, and then you'll have to wait 9 months to try it out.
Right. Oh, well, yeah. That's always tough with the Kickstarters for sure. So I love that you want to expedite that. That's great. And folks, you can go to supernovasmash.com. I've been putting that up on the screen to get all the updates. And I told Tom this actually the first time we started chatting, but his website is probably like the coolest one you'll see. Like, it's ridiculously funny, like, and clever the way you phrased all the stuff. So it's worth going just to read all the funny stuff on the website.
Thank you.
So check it out, and then you can get and find all about the game. And Tom actually very kindly sent me a copy of the game, so I'm excited to try it out. Yeah. So thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, James says, I like this Tom guy. Nice job, at Jennifer Wolf.
Yeah. Congratulations, Jen.
Oh, Jen, thanks. He's the best. Oh, look at that. It's a nice smiley heart thing for you.
Oh. Thank you, guys. This is Jeff and Francis were saying earlier before we got started that this is the best chat group, and you guys are living up to the hype.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Great ideas.
Thank
Great
you.
Thanks. Yeah.
Love hearing that. All right, cool. So again, supernovasmash.com, TomHines.com. That's Tom with an H, though. THOM.
Yes, THOM. And if you go to supernovasmash.com, there's a mailing list right there. So, and I promise not to spam you much. In fact, I hate sending emails, so you probably won't get enough emails from me. But I will be announcing when the game is going to be going live and where you can find it. If you are interested in checking it out, you can see a video there. And if you're interested in getting it when it comes out, the mailing list is probably the best way to stay informed.
Ooh.
Awesome. And there, he's at Supernova Smash on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow there. Got a couple questions, actually, from some people here. Listener's Mate says, can't you make an online version using an app in a web browser?
I actually am a web developer as my other part of my career, besides teaching and making games, and I just do too many things. I work all the time. But one of the original versions was going to be a web version, but it didn't really solve the problem of being able to play cards on each other's piles. And once you do that, you'll understand why it feels important. The mini games, though. Oh, actually, I just today got in the App Store a no cards version of Supernova Smash, and it's called Shockwave Slam. So if you look on the Apple Store or the Android App Store, you can actually kind of get a sample of what the mini games are like and play them on your phone.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's just as of today. I forgot that I got that approved this afternoon. But so you can get check that out and kind of see what it's like. But as far as playing it in person, when you have the cards and when you slam that damage card down on your friend's pile, like that becomes the addicting part of the game. That becomes the part where you're like waiting for that moment, and you finally get it. Or when you see 12 of them getting stacked on yours, you're just feeling awful and miserable. The emotions really come during the card part. So I would love to make. I'm thinking through while we're hanging out and waiting how to make something like that happen now. So sign up and stay tuned, and maybe we can find some way of doing that in the next few months.
Oh, very
I'm on sabbatical right now, so I got some time.
You have time to do
All right, so they're saying Thom is echoing. I'm sorry, because I don't know what's causing that, to be honest with you.
overlapping video, overlapping audio.
Sorry about that.
I'm sure it's not your fault. Thank you. Don't worry about that.
It's all your fault, Thom.
So, folks, just tell us you're not. So, Francis and I, you're not hearing an echo, just Thom, because that's unusual, actually. Then that.
Yeah, it's unusual. Yeah,
usually it would be all of us that echoes if that happens, if there's a problem, not just one person. I mean, I guess, Thom, one thing you could do is try going back to the other mic you were using.
I'll unplug right now.
You could do that.
Can you hear me now? Is the echo gone?
All right. Well, let's see. Chat, tell us if you're fine for us. Like, we don't hear you
Okay.
at all. It's just in the chat they were saying. So let's find out.
Mm-hmm. Well, luckily it wasn't during the game. Otherwise, they would have said it. So that's good.
That is good. That was good timing. You're right. It wasn't during the game.
Okay.
The other question from Jaloo3 says, Thom, what life event led you to want to design this new game?
Oh man, basically everything. It's funny. I have been programming since I was 12. When I went to college, I was originally going to do computer science and then electrical engineering. I did 2 years of that and switched to graphics. So I kept just bouncing around between all these things, and I never felt like I really knew what I was meant to do until I was in my 30s. And this game just happens to be kind of a little bit of everything. It's some of the graphic design I ended up switching to. It's some of the game design I learned in grad school. It's a lot of the code stuff I learned from all the way from when I was a kid into grad school also, where I picked up some new stuff and took some game design classes. So it's been a lot of different things. But I think the thing that brought me to this specific game was actually playing a game of Dungeons & Dragons with some friends.
Hey, nice.
And it's nice.
Yes, yeah, we had a campaign going where we were playing at least once every month, and it was a ton of fun. But something always kind of seemed weird about the fact that we'd go into battle, and the most exciting time, where each turn is supposed to be like 6 seconds or something like that, and yet 1 6-second turn could easily go 30-40 minutes while we debated which was the right move. We had a lot of discussion during our battles, and I was just like, that doesn't really feel like the urgency of battle. And so I just kind of gave myself this challenge of trying to create a game that made you feel like you were having to make decisions split second, and those decisions mattered, but where you could win either by playing fast or playing smart. But if you took too long, you'd lose. If you didn't play smart at all, if you just were reckless, you might face some consequences. And that tension of trying to create an experience that made you feel like you were in that battle, or the Supernova Smash is more like a race, but a race situation was just something I was going for. And you do kind of get in that zone where you're so focused for those 5 minutes, the whole rest of the world disappears, and you just want to pay attention to all these things. And it's I think I got pretty close to what I was going for.
Oh, nice.
Great question. I love that question.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Awesome. I love that. That's a great point about Dungeons and Dragons. It's funny with RPGs that you're right. Battles are supposed to be quick, and they're so drawn out. Usually, in the actual gameplay, they're like the longest thing you'll do in a game.
Right. They say a battle is 60 seconds, really, but every roll is it could be a half hour. 60 seconds of game time.
Oh, yeah. Well, especially when a couple of us were new to the game, and, you're reading all your different spells, and like, oh, which one is this one again? And do I have to use a chip for this? Or, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do I have an action point for this? Oh, I don't know. It's like, oh, no. Yeah, it can definitely be interesting. So that's cool. Wow. Fast-paced, huh? Fast-paced.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that fast-paced idea. That's great that it came from that. That's super. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's a good question. Any other questions?
Let's see. Well, Flutterjohn, our good buddy Alex, has joined us. Says hello, everyone. Hey, Alex, I'm glad you could make it. Thank you.
Yay!
People are telling us the audio was better, but now Chris says it's starting to echo again. I don't know. Just let us know, folks. It sounds like it was better. Peter says the Rifts game combat is even longer. Okay.
Oh.
Jalou says they say during some electronic events that time slows down. Time compression, I hear it's called.
Well,
Yeah.
On time is relative, you know.
Yeah. You get bullet time, kind of like Max Payne or something.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Max Payne as well. You're right, sure.
Yeah.
To keep it in the game world. I always think Matrix, yeah.
I think Matrix too, yeah. Oh, Max Payne, such a good game.
Came from somewhere, yes. No, I like that idea, and I think that might actually be a dynamic that would be really fun to play around with. One of my favorite things to do when I teach my game design class is just talk about what would a game look like if you took one idea like that, and how would you turn that into a board game? No digital component. How would you turn bullet time into a game mechanic or something like that? And sometimes it comes up with some really just crazy cool ideas.
Oh yeah, great! Yeah, wow. That's why I love that. You know, all of these brilliant creative minds are out there, and all we need to do is just put them together, and they can make something awesome. So
yeah,
very exciting, very cool.
All right, folks. Yeah. So again, supernovasmash.com. You can sign up for the email newsletter, get all the updates about the game and how you can support it in the future. Cool. Thanks for telling us about it.
Thank you.
So, folks, again, we're going to do some TV theme song games, singing a little later. We're going to talk about favorite songs from animated movie. Let's talk to you about our Patreons first, though. Each week, of course, we want to give a super geeky thank you to our super shout-out patrons. That's the ones who donate $10 a month or more on our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/supergeekedup. So those people are Maria and Justin Duran from KLI Brand, Craig Allen Poole, Rachel J, Victor Snyder. Victor's in the chat right now, actually. Nicole B, Kyle Schwab, and Keithos. Thank you guys all very much. And thank you to everybody who's supporting us on Patreon, no matter what level you're at. Remember, folks, actually, tonight we're going to do our SGU After Hours as Patreon exclusive content.
Patreon is working, so.
I'm checking. Thank you. Yeah, it was not. The site was down last week, so we couldn't do it. But we're gonna do, and you can actually still donate right now, folks, if you want to be part of that. $3. All you need $3 a month or more to get access to our after hours every week, where we do bonus segments. And tonight we're gonna be talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger movies and quotes and all that good stuff.
Which is weird because it's SGU After Dark. No.
Well, you call it that. I call it After Hours. I don't know why you make it so sexual all the time.
Yeah.
Such a sultry voice you have there.
I know, yeah. I guess that's his Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Chopper.
I'll be back.
Oh my God, that's what we should do. We should do a whole segment doing Arnold Schwarzenegger quotes in those voices.
Oh no.
Hey, there's another new idea for a segment. Good. All right, gonna write this down.
Very well here.
I'm writing it down. Nope. Oh my God. What happens, Francis, when you do stuff like this?
Oh man! Oh.
I love the idea of using the wrong voices for all sorts of famous characters.
That's actually pretty cool. I like that too. Oh man!
All right, Victor says, "Well, I'm too cheap to pay that much." That's not true, Victor. You're like at $20 a month. You're an awesome supporter, so you're gonna get access to it, Victor. Don't worry. All right. By the way, folks, if you want a Patreon, we have some cool benefits there. You get access to our private Discord server, the After Hours I just mentioned every week. We're going to do special fandom episodes.
Yeah.
We're going to do the first one later this month.
Should we have a poll up for people to choose what the fandom episode should be about?
That might not be a bad idea. Yeah, you guys, if you have ideas for what you want us to talk about in these special fandom episodes, they're probably going to be like 2-hour episodes once a month. It could be like a Star Wars one, Star Trek, Harry Potter, whatever, anything really. Ideally, something we're somewhat familiar with.
Well, I mean, it'd be cool.
New erotica, Jen.
Oh yeah,
That's what Jen's vote's going to be.
Erotica.
Naruto erotica. Oh boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, feel free to put your thing your suggestion in the chat because we haven't actually decided what we're going to do yet this month. And also, I'm also going to one of the things in the Patreon perks are I will run some role-playing games for you, some tabletop RPGs. All right. So, and remember also you can support us through Super Chat, which Ariella kindly did earlier in the show. Thanks again, Ariella. All right, here we go. Continuing on with our super geeky question number 2. What's your favorite song from an animated movie? I feel we'll have lots of awesome choices in the chat here, lots of options. So many amazing songs from animated movies, particularly, of course, a lot of Disney films. But Tom, once again, we will start with you as our guest. What's one of your choices?
If I'm feeling sentimental, it's probably Somewhere Out There from An American Tale. I mean, if you want to see me cry, you can just whip that
From
out.
An American Tale?
It was, yeah.
As Linda Ronstadt, I just recently found out.
I didn't know that was from that movie.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
a great song.
It is. It's so sweet. I'm gonna cry right now just thinking about it. But I think my absolute favorite song is something I didn't know about until fairly recently when I rewatched the G.I. Joe movie, the animated movie.
Oh.
The intro theme song is kind of incredible. It is like a musical number with like choreographed, synchronized paratroopers and like glitter sparkles and balloons and there's like this like Cobra part, and then there's like the G.I. Joe, and they just have this like this whole pastiche. It's super Broadway musical-esque. It's so absurd and so crazy and so.
Oh my god! So G.I. Joe is my favorite cartoon from a kid. And I saw the movie, but I don't remember that, so I gotta go rewatch that.
I hadn't seen it when I was a kid, but Jen of chat fame is actually one of her favorite movies. She got rid of it a couple years ago, and we bought it again on DVD and watched it. And oh man, it is one of the craziest animated movies I've seen in so long.
Oh my god, I still gotta watch that.
Crazy, yes.
So it's totally different than the normal G.I.G. opening, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, it has elements of it, but they really took it places. And then the rest of the movie is also nuts.
You know, I remember a lot of movies like Serpentor and Jinx and all those new characters are introduced. Yeah.
Sergeant Slaughter is in it.
That's right.
Okay, yeah. So
Jen says the G.I. Joe movie is bananas.
Yes.
She also says, so much talk of erotica, I blame myself for mentioning New Road Erotica. Yeah, it's all your fault, Jen.
Yeah, sexy jutsu is all I have to say.
Yeah, it's right there. It's
sexy
one
jutsu?
of his classic sexy no jutsu. Yeah, it's one of Naruto's like 2 moves.
He turns into a girl. He turns into a girl with smoke covering her bits.
Yeah,
oh, really?
And
I didn't know he changed genders.
Well, it's just a distraction move because he's a ninja that has like the ability
to. He's a dude, right? Usually.
Yes, he's definitely a dude. It's not like it's not like Ranma or something. He's just he's just changing his appearance, and then every man in the vicinity of this suddenly has a bloody nose and are completely incapacitated.
By seeing this hot naked girl.
Yeah, it's starting.
Yeah,
it proves everyone there's a pervert. And apparently half the people in this chat too.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so some choices in the chat here. By the way, James also says G.I. Joe the movie is great. Oh my god, I'm so excited to watch it again.
Oh, you have to. Family Guy opening.
Yeah, Victor says Family Guy opening is great. Tammy says he's a tramp from Lady and the Tramp.
Yes.
So Flutter John, I'm going to translate this. He says "Ooh delay" from Robin Hood. I think. Is that a song?
That one, right?
Oh wait. The animated Robin Hood. Okay, I got you. Sorry, Alex.
Yeah.
I totally understand now. I thought it was a typo on the keyboard.
Oh, that's a good song.
Thanks, Alex.
Gollywood today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who says that? All of them?
No, it's the rooster.
The rooster, with the
narration.
Lute.
Let's see here. Jen says, so many great songs in Naruto too. The Tailed Beast song, so catchy. I didn't know Naruto had songs. I gotta watch this. Geez.
Well, yeah, I mean, actually, my favorite song comes from Naruto. If you're talking animated, it's Bluebird by I forget the name of the band, but Bluebird is season 3 of Naruto Shippuden. It's the intro song. Love it. Best favorite song of all of them.
Okay, I could sing along with a couple of the Naruto theme songs. Before you get started, Jeff, I think it's something like 970 episodes or something. You can skip all the filler, but it's a commitment.
970.
Not joking, not exaggerating.
Or season 200. The original Naruto's 200, and then Shippuden's like another several hundred. And
I think the original Naruto's 400.
It's a 400. Okay.
God, it went 1,000 episodes. That's crazy.
Yeah, it went every week, 52 weeks a year for, I think, 15 years.
There was an episode the whole year, every week?
every week.
Wow, my God. That's how
It
we
was
used to do the show.
It was the
That's why
Dragon,
there's a lot of filler.
the Dragon Ball
Oh
Z
yes,
90s, early 2000s.
yeah, but better. It's got so much heart.
Yeah, but there were a lot of filler episodes. I mean, I
There
don't
were.
lie. There were a lot of filler episodes.
Yeah, Jen and I just watched it last year. Her first time ever through it, and we skipped all the filler, and
That's just
it was great. It was great.
great.
So you mean just how do you know? If the episode's about nothing, you just skipped it basically?
Yeah, you can find guides online that say
okay,
this
that makes
episode is filler. This one isn't.
Episodes where nothing happens. It's
Oh
just
yeah,
some
I was.
character development, but not really.
There were a couple years where it was just filler, and every week, when I was watching it as it was going, I would just be filled with rage because every week I was just hoping it would finally get back to some real story. Anyway,
All right. By the way, Alex, I actually think you spell the Robin Hood thing perfectly. Probably, I just didn't know what you were talking about first. Chaz says you've got the touch from the Transformers movie.
oh,
Nice, which one, it goes hand in hand with the G.I. Joe thing. Nice.
Oh yeah,
Let's see. Yeah, so keep putting Freakazoid theme song from James Cox.
sure.
All right. Yeah, keep putting your choice in, folks. Wow, I'm going to mention some Disney ones, and I actually thought everything was going to be Disney. I like that there's a lot of different choices being made here.
Thank goodness, yeah, because there are a lot of animated movies out there that have a lot of amazing songs. So I'm glad it's going around.
All right, a couple of my choices are so for two of my all-time favorite animated movies are Beauty and the Beast and Lion King. So
yeah.
they all both have amazing songs throughout the whole thing, but the Beauty and the Beast title song is actually my favorite one from that one.
it's gorgeous.
Obviously, Angela Lansbury does a great job, but the Celine Dion, Peebo Bryson, I think is actually like the perfect pairing of professional singers that you could have gotten to do like the end credit version of that song.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I was listening to a bunch of these earlier today to get ready for this.
Nice.
And of course, Hakuna Matata, I think is just one of the most fun, upbeat, happy songs you're ever gonna hear.
Right.
From the Lion King.
Yeah.
And also, Can You Feel the Love Tonight is always brings a tear to my eye from the Lion King.
Beautiful ballad.
Yeah.
Prince Ali from Aladdin.
Oh yeah.
That's
that
fun.
one. That's a great one.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the Whole New World, but yeah, Prince Ali's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Robin Williams did some amazing stuff in that. I think I knew who Robin Williams was when I was a kid, but I don't think I really made that connection when I first saw it in the theater. He just became the genie. It was such a perfect transformation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Listener's Mate says, God bless the outcast from the Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's heart-touching and brings a tear to my eye because it's got a great message about accepting those who aren't accepted. Nice.
Oh yeah, such an underrated movie. Nobody watched it.
You love talking about that movie because
It's a great movie.
Yeah, I just haven't seen it, man. I won't doubt you.
Yeah, it's a great.
I haven't seen it. Yeah.
It's a sad ending, but it's a great film.
All right. Tammy says something Jeff and I don't agree on. I prefer the Angela Lansbury version. All right, that's cool. Hey, all right, we got one thing we finally agree on.
Okay.
I also like the Angela Lansbury one, so I'm with you, Tammy. Alex says the entire soundtrack from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh God, yeah, Post Malone.
What? The whole thing?
No, he has one of the songs in there. Sunflower is in the is one of the songs in that movie. But the thing, it's funny because it's not a musical, but there's a lot of songs in there. So yeah, because I think of movies like Shrek. There's a song in Shrek that I really love, which is when they enter the kingdom for Farquaad for the first time, and there's the little doll singing that song, and it's just very innuendo-y and very funny song. They have a lot of pop songs in there as well, of course. Accidentally in Love for Shrek 2 and things like that. But
the Counting Crows.
The Smash now? Oh, Counting Crows, that's right, yeah.
That's a great song, Accidentally in Love.
Yeah.
And I guess for Disney, it's funny you guys are talking about Aladdin. Weirdly enough, it's One Jump is for me. That's my song. I love.
One Jump. Hello, man. Dun, 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 dun.
The Aladdin song when he's escaping the guards.
Oh yeah.
Beginning.
He's showing how clever he is.
Mm-hmm. And there's just something about the energy of that song that I really.
Yeah. It just shows how much of a scoundrel he is in such a fun way.
But I'm not going to lie, a lot of my favorite animated songs, it's hard to mention because a lot of them are from anime. Because a lot of them are anime related,
That's cool.
Yeah, there's a an anime called Perfect Blue. It's a movie, and the song in Perfect Blue, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it's so catchy and so fun and so weird because it's such a devastating story. But there's a lot of really good anime songs out there that is just so catchy and so.
I can't understand a word they're saying, and even when they translate the lyrics, I still don't exactly know what they're saying because they're sometimes pretty hard to pull apart. They seem kind of like they are very nonsensical sometimes, but man, there's some that are just they do so every kind of genre in such cool ways.
Oh yeah,
bands in the world are like Asian Kung Fu Generation, who does like a couple of the Naruto theme songs. So they make some amazing stuff over there.
Fighting Dreamers is a great song from Naruto.
Yes.
You keep going with Naruto songs because there's a lot of really good songs from Naruto. But yeah, I mean it's there is. What? Oh no!
I'm sorry, I just saw the Hobbit animated movie, which was a weird mess.
That's what Jen says. Yeah, how about the songs from the Hobbit animated movie in shaky voice? Because she doesn't know how people are going to take that. Maybe I don't know. I don't remember that actually. I vaguely remember that actually. I vaguely remember.
Oh, Kiss the Girl from Little Mermaid.
James says I have the Hobbit vinyl. That's cool. Yes, Ariella said "Kiss the Girl" from the Little Mermaid. She also says "Sleeping Beauty," "Once Upon a Dream." James says the last unicorn makes me cry, and then Jen chimed in about the last unicorn. Yes. She says James Cox and I are the same person. Okay.
That's very cool.
James also said, wait, animated shows or movies? So the question was actually movies, but people have been doing shows. That's fine. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
The Lego Movie 2 has some great songs. Spoilers, it's a musical. Okay. I didn't know that actually.
Has original Lego Movie has a lot of Everything Is Awesome, of course. But yeah.
Let's see here. I'm just checking if I've seen anything else. Oh, that's right. Ariel said, don't start talking about Aladdin. I have that song in my head. Okay. Nice.
Sorry about that. My bad.
That's all right, but she loves it, so it's all good.
Good, yeah.
James says, does that mean we have to share Tom? Because Jen and him are the same person, apparently. You guys need to work it out.
We're going to have Francis put the therapist cap back on.
It'll be like Sauron, Frodo, and Sam.
Yes. For After Hours, Super Geeked Up After Hours, we're going to have some...
Worse.
Yeah.
A lot of people now are saying Everything Is Awesome from the Lego Movie. Yeah. Victor says, a lot of Japanese songs from anime is so lovely to listen to, and I do not understand Japanese at all.
100%. Yep.
I'll throw Aristocats. Everyone wants to be a cat from Ariella. That's another one from her.
Nice. Yeah, good one. Yeah.
Oliver and it said Trashing the Camp from Tarzan.
Yeah, I think someone else mentioned that too. I never saw Tarzan, I don't think.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. What? I've seen it. No, I
okay,
it. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Tarzan, Hercules, I haven't seen.
I didn't see Hercules.
Yeah. Moana.
Moana. People rave about Moana. Actually, I want to see that.
Yeah, Princess and the Frog. I haven't seen.
Oh, I love Princess and the Frog.
There's a lot of that.
Because it was traditionally drawn. Oh, it was so good.
Oh right, when they were doing so much computer animation. So yeah, it's nice to go back to the traditional drawing.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Back again. But they need to go back again. I think that's going to be a thing because when's the last drawn animated movie you've seen? Really?
That's a good question. Now Disney is just turning all of the old animation ones into live action. So we're not even. They're even getting out of the drawing game.
Apparently, yeah. Oh.
Yes, the Croatian said Hakuna Matata. Yep, I mentioned that earlier, Chris. I'm totally with you. I love that song. I'll mention two other ones from Disney. So from Frozen, even though Let It Go is obviously the most known one, and that's an amazing song, I actually love Love Is an Open Door.
That's the best song. It's
just so happy, man, and upbeat. It's so good.
That's it, yeah.
Fun, that song. And just the lyrics are fun, too, you know?
I think I have to give Frozen another chance. I got it on Redbox, and I didn't want to pay another $1.99, so I fast forward through half the movie because I had returned it in 45 minutes.
Oh wow! Yeah, you're not gonna get that.
No, I don't know why I even bothered.
Yeah, go watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
James says Anastasia's underrated, right? The music is beautiful. I saw Anastasia, yeah.
Anastasia. Yeah. So is Road to El Dorado, another movie that really nobody's really seen.
Nobody talks about that one.
Yeah, Road to El Dorado. Yeah.
That's right.
Was that Disney?
No, that was I forget who it was, but it wasn't Disney. Yeah, that's not Disney.
Yeah, I think so.
Tammy says, my daughter had me make her a Megara and Ray mashup this year as a cosplay. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
That's
Megara.
cool. Megara from Brave?
Oh, Brave? No, it's not. Megara's from Brave.
No, I'm sorry. Megara's from Hercules. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Brave is
Who is that?
Yes, Meredith? Meriden?
No, something with an M though, right? That's why I got confused.
Merida.
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah. You know, that Scottish accent, very thick.
Yeah, that's right.
You know.
All right, but I would also like to see a Merida and Ray mashup too, so that's fine.
I love the idea of someone doing a mashup costume. That's fantastic.
Mashup costumes are great. I love them. Jen says, were there any songs in the Black Cauldron? I do not remember.
Huh?
Do you guys?
No.
No,
Just
you
like
remember, or no, there were not.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Just like Fern Gully. I don't think there were any songs in Fern Gully.
That's interesting.
Land Before Time had music, though, I think, right?
I don't remember.
So James says DreamWorks made Road to El Dorado.
Oh, okay. That's right. Yes.
Thank you, James.
Thank you.
Tammy says my niece has a Merida costume. All right, there you go. It all comes around.
Yeah.
All right, my last choice from Disney is from Mulan, and it's Make a Man Out of You.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so bummed that they delayed the live action version of that. That's the only one that Jen and I are really excited about seeing.
How are you?
It looks like they actually did some really cool stuff with it and added some interesting things. It's not just a complete remake. I don't think.
Make a Man Out of You is still in it though.
Oh yes.
Music. There's no singing in this movie. In the
it's not a musical at all. There's no singing at all. Oh, interesting. I mean, I understand that. That would make sense for what they're doing.
Fern Gully had Tim Curry's villain song. I don't remember Tim Curry being in Fern Gully.
He was the bat.
Oh my goodness! I haven't seen it since I was a kid, but oh wow, I really want to watch it again now. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Tim Curry's the man. I just watched him again the other night.
Yeah. Hey.
You know what I forgot though? I forgot that Donny Osmond sang "Make a Man Out of You." He's great, man.
That's right.
So
you can hear it when you hear it.
So does Jackie Chan. He sings the Chinese version of Make a Man. Yeah, Jackie Chan sings the song. It's either he sings one of the Mulan songs, but I think it was Make a Man Out of You.
What do you mean? As it when they released it in China?
Yeah, I think so. But I know he sings it because I seen the music video of him singing the song.
Oh, maybe just a video of him singing.
He's got a music career.
Well, he always wanted to be a singer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Jackie Chan, man.
I do too.
It's official Disney though. That's an official Disney song though. So I think
Jackie
it was.
Chan?
Yeah, that's an official song. Jackie Chan. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. You know, as I was actually doing some research here, you know what I want to give a shout out to is Lea Salonga, who was both Jasmine and Mulan singing voice.
Oh yeah.
Really?
And yes, she's a Filipino. Yes, absolutely.
She played a lot. She was in Disney. She was big in Disney music. Like she did a lot of the female led vocals for the songs. So
yeah, you know what I first knew her from though is my favorite musical, Les Mis.
Mm-hmm.
She said she's the first Filipino to play both Eponine and Fantine in Les Mis, and she still is considered to have like she is the Eponine. A lot of people consider her as.
Yeah, she's very, very good.
I was just watching again that her 10th anniversary of Les Mis performance.
Oh, really? Yeah.
She's amazing, man.
She did a lot of musicals.
She was young then too, like pretty young when she did Les Mis. Anyway, it was just as I was doing research, I was interested in the same people because they keep popping up.
Tim Curry wasn't the bat. Robin Williams was the bat.
Tim Curry was the pollution.
Jim Curry says. Robin Williams. Okay, thanks. Sorry. Okay. Right. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you for that. Yeah, I completely mixed that up.
Guess we all need a review.
I know we need to. I guess that means we have to watch.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it. All right, cool. Thanks, Tammy. Oh, and Jen says there's a witch in the new Mulan. Oh, I did not know that either.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah,
the trailer's good. See how that goes.
All right, cool. All right, good. Those are great choices, folks. Thank you for all that. Oh boy, it's time for TV theme songs. All right, since you're so excited, what are we gonna do?
I was gonna say what's the theme song for this one. All right. Okay. What should I do this to?
You don't have to actually. Well, you could. You
Make
don't,
up the lyrics to TV shows that don't have lyrics to their theme songs. Sung to the tune of the TV show's theme, or a made-up tune. If the show doesn't really have a theme, we get just from the audience on that what show we should make up lyrics for.
I think we should do all of them too.
Yeah, you know what? That's the song I was thinking in my head before we started the show too. The Greatest American Hero. That's great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, we should introduce every segment that way.
Oh no! But yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah, you just find yourself in your role.
for those who didn't hear my terrible singing, or didn't understand my terrible singing, we are gonna we're gonna make up the lyrics to TV shows that don't have lyrics to their theme songs, and we're gonna try to sing them to the tune of the theme song, or actually make up a tune for that song if we don't feel like maybe the theme doesn't really quite work, like Lost, for instance. And we're gonna get suggestions from you guys on what shows we should make up those lyrics for. So,
oh boy, they say we're echoing again. What a bummer.
Hearing an echo.
Let's just call
what a terrible time.
Reverb. Music sound effect.
Okay, well, hang on,
away?
folks. Tell us if it gets fixed here in a minute. I will. So James had said I need to check out that 10th anniversary Les Mis. Thanks, Jeff. No problem. You can find it easily on YouTube. Yeah, they brought some really amazing people in to do that, like the famous ones who played those roles. Alex says I have fun with the rest of the show. I got to get back to work. Oh, thank you for spending your week with us, there, Alex. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes, folks, if you can hear us okay, please start putting in shows in the chat that you would want us to do theme song lyrics to. And the idea is that we're supposed to come up with lyrics that kind of explain the show as the idea, right? That's how we kind of came up with this game a few shows ago.
Mm-hmm.
We're already getting some in the chat here.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard. Oh, God.
Oh, these are some good ones.
Yeah.
And by the way, folks, any of us could kind of start it off. Some of us might just jump in if we want. At times, we'll kind of see. This is the first time we're going to see how it goes.
The funny thing is, I see one Star Wars main theme.
Yeah. Let's do something with that one.
Carrie Fisher sings it in the Christmas special. She sings.
Well, I haven't seen that, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it even worse than that, right?
Oh my God! Don't listen to the don't listen to Carrie Fisher's version of the theme song.
I'm sure it's amazing, man. Now I gotta watch it.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing.
I think let's start with Star Wars, right? We all know Star Wars.
Go for it. I already sang my song.
Oh, you're right. You are not off the hook, buddy.
Tom,
you want to start us off with Star Wars?
Oh!
No. It's funny. I can't even picture the first.
Wait. I'll do it. Hang on.
Okay.
Sorry, that's how it starts.
Okay. Oh my God. Give me the sound of it for a second. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
Shit. This is tough, man.
Yeah, you asked for this.
There's an evil empire, and they want to rule the galaxy. And there's this young, whiny kid who has the Force, and he lives on a desert planet. Somebody take it.
I lost the tune. Okay.
Yeah.
Luke is super lame, and he goes to Obi-Wan, but that sucks, because Obi-Wan says, let's get going to the cantina, where we'll meet Han, and then we'll blow. That's it. Your brain shuts down completely when you try doing this. This is ridiculous.
Oh my God, this is so much harder than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Let's end that one with blow. We're gonna blow.
Yes. Okay.
But that's true. Let's blow this joint, right? Let's get out of it.
I ran out of notes for me to have more to finish that sentence. So that's just where I ended.
Doing it to the tune.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, Quantum Leap.
Oh my God! I remember the Quantum Leap.
Is it something like that?
Again, we don't have to keep.
That's it. Keep doing that, Tom.
Right? Something like that? I don't remember any of these songs enough. Oh no! Francis can sing Star
I'm
Wars.
a physicist and I created a way to jump into people's bodies through time. I got my buddy Al helping me out, and sometimes I turn into a woman.
What was his phrase? What's the catchphrase he always said?
Oh, yeah. I say, oh boy, every episode, because I wish that you could just get home. I got a wife waiting for me back there, but I'll never see her again. Oh boy.
Oh, nice job.
Did Sliders have a theme song, or was it just Sliders?
No, it did. It did have a theme song. There was no words. But it did have a theme song.
I can picture it wasn't
that memorable.
going through the tunnel.
Yeah, all I remember is Sliders.
Yeah, that's all I remember too.
Of course, I love the show.
And I think that said it all. I think they
All right, well, here you go, Francis. Do the Sliders song.
I can't.
Just make up your own tune. Make up your own tune.
Okay, it's gonna be whispered the entire time.
Oh, come on.
No, because they say sliders, sliding through.
Yes. I love that people are suggesting some lyrics here.
Oh, for which one? Oh, they're
listen to Star Wars one.
Oh God, we could Star Wars. Yeah, Star Wars is kind of the easiest one though. That's the funny thing. How about let's see, what did they have here?
Top Gun has a slowish enough one. Do 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 do, something like that.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Okay.
What is this, Top Gun?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the nerdiest of movies, but it's.
Top Gun's great. I love it.
Okay. These fly boys are really cool guys, and they wear aviators and leather jackets. They don't do much but fly and look cool, and then Goose dies, and that's the end, and that's sad.
They also play volleyball half naked, and they like to sing songs, and one of them dies, but not who. We're not going to tell you.
Yeah. Which one has better abs? Is it Tom or is it Val? Who can say? Maybe Jeff.
Well, we'll find out in the sequel, which is coming out soon, because they're both back in that movie, and I hope they play a lot of volleyball, and maybe fly some cool planes too.
Yeah, nice.
All right, that was a good team up.
Okay.
Star Trek TM.
Oh, yes.
See, I think actually one of the easier tunes to do.
That is an easier one, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We're familiar with that.
Francis, you want to start us off on that one?
Oh my God, hold on. Now I'm forgetting, because... All right. Captain Picard is a captain who runs a ship with other guys. One of them isn't alive, but he's his best friend anyway.
First officer likes to sleep with all the girls, and the counselor he used to have a relationship with. There's a guy with a really bumpy forehead. He's grumpy all the time. Take it away, Tom.
Where are we in the song?
We're near the end. We're near the end.
No, I don't remember how it... it's funny. I remember the beginning, and then it
right?
That's
like
part is remembering the whole theme.
Just do the main thing again.
Okay. And they were safe. That's just the last 4 notes. Yeah.
And they were safe.
Yes. Yeah. They made it.
Now, do the original TOS now.
Okay.
Oh, Tammy put a whole thing into Magnum PI, which James suggested.
I
can't think of how the Magnum PI song went though.
I can picture Tom Selleck with super hairy chest and floating in the water, and there's someone lady's bum, he's helping learn to swim or something, and the helicopter and
Well, here, Tom, why don't you sing that? Can you see what Tammy put in there?
I'm living off Roman's ideas.
Hey, you want to sing that in whatever tune you like?
I wish I could remember the Magnum PI theme song.
All right, here, I'm going to do it. I'm going to sing it however I want.
You do it, yeah.
Magnum was a bum, living off Robin's dime, which irked Higgins and the boys, Zeus and Apollo. But he still drove the Ferrari and solved crime with Rick and TC, and sometimes a helicopter.
Oh, yeah. That was it. That was it.
No, what's Rocky's theme again?
Yeah.
All right. Rocky's a guy walking upstairs, and he punch air, and he fights meat, but then he sees Mr. T and oh my God, what's his name? I forget, but he was in Babysitter Creed. Clover Lang. Well, Clover Lang was Mr. T.
No, Clover Lang was before. Oh no, you're right. That was his character. You're right.
Yeah, Clover Lang was
Apollo Creed.
Apollo Creed, who has a son. Okay, go on.
That was the whole thing. He did the whole thing.
I know, I did the
And he's got a girl named Adrienne, and he loves to scream her name real loud.
Adrienne. Oh, we should have done it in a Sylvester Stallone impression.
Shut up.
Oh, cut me, Mick.
It doesn't training montage.
Because the game isn't hard enough, right? Let's start doing it in Sylvester Stallone's voice.
No, I'm gonna do it. Right.
So Jen suggested The Witcher earlier.
The Witcher.
It doesn't have a song, right?
No, but Toss a Coin to Your Witcher is the big song.
Yes. How does that go?
Toss a coin to your Witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty, oh.
Got our resident singer here.
All right, so we'll do it to that theme, that song.
Oh my God, go for it!
All right, so Geralt is a witcher. He hunts nasty monsters, and he has really terrible relationships. There's a girl named Ciri. He needs to protect her. And a funny guy named Dandelion, but not in the show.
Right. Jaskier.
It's a show really about Yennefer, the witch in the cave place, where they all go and turn into eels, and then they become magic.
Oh,
yeah.
And she's always naked, and so is everyone else, but that's okay. Oh.
She likes to have orgies. That's a really hot scene.
Mad Men.
2001 does have a theme song. Oh my God.
What does?
2001 Space Odyssey has a theme song. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, I got this one. It's so slow. So slow. Boom, 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 boom. I'm asleep again. Boom, 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 boom.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, that's fairly accurate.
Yes.
By the way, Jen just said naked Yennefer is the best. Hey, your wife's cool.
There you go.
Yeah. Well,
Cool.
Jennifer / James.
Of course, right.
Yes, exactly.
And James, yes, together.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
the Mad Men theme? What was the Mad Men theme? I want to cheat. Okay, A-Team. So A-Team was
just
brought up by listeners' mate. So what's his A-Team? What was A-Team again?
And they did, of course, which I love, the vocal introduction to that thing, just the words. Which
Oh, right.
And the song itself
you
is
have
all instrumental.
problem. You need someone call.
Oh.
Call the AT. There's the machine gun.
Okay, go for it.
There's 4 guys, they were wrongly accused of a crime they didn't commit in the army. Now they help people who can't find help anywhere else. There's 4 of them and they're really cool. Francis, take it over.
I love that you use the number 4, but then there's somebody else there that doesn't have to be there anyway. And that's the girl that's always there. I don't know her name, but she's often in the show. And there's Hannibal, who likes to smoke a cigar. And Mr. T is cool, but I forget his name in the show. What's his name?
B.A.
B.A.
Baracus. He throws guys
Yes.
around, and he wears 50 pounds of gold chains.
I
And
can't.
he hates to fly, but he'll get in the van
The band's the only thing I really remember about the show.
Which is the only good thing about the show. No,
Yeah, it was
He
a
drives
cool
a black
band.
van. Yep. And Murdoch's there too. And BA hates Murdoch, who acts crazy.
And everyone forgets Face.
Face was my favorite character, actually.
Yeah, he's
Right, yeah.
Face is the ladies' man, and he, I don't know, sleeps around.
he's the Geralt of the show.
Yes. Yeah.
Look, I want to first give a huge applause to the audience who has not told us to stop yet. They haven't.
Yeah.
Out of all of this, they have yet to tell us, stop, please stop. They're letting us continue.
Oh.
Yes, thank you guys. And thank you to Tom for this is actually one of the hardest things we've ever done on the show. So thank you for being game for this. We appreciate
I
it.
am sweating through my shirt, but I do it for the
Dude,
people.
I'm sweating like crazy too, man.
I
Holy
know.
shit.
Oh my gosh. My brain just doesn't work that fast.
Tammy, you win. I love it when a theme song comes together.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to work into the
well,
song.
right.
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
forgot. Thank
Yeah.
you, Tammy.
Yeah, you got it. You win.
Uh,
Oh, God.
oh, by the way, Jalou says Tomifer is the ship name now for Tom and Jen. Tomifer.
Yeah, because otherwise it'd be Jom. So,
Or someone suggested, or Genifom.
Oh, Genifom.
Genifom.
Yeah.
No, Tomifer I
Tomifer. I
like.
like Tomifer a little better, yeah.
And I just like the spelling of your name because it's the spelling of one of my favorite characters in The Wheel of Time.
All right, okay, yes.
Tom Maryland.
Jalou James, Knight Rider. I wanted to do the Knight Rider one, actually.
Go for it.
Hang on. So wait, I got dun 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 dun, right?
That's how it starts, yeah.
There, all right. I get it.
Go for it.
Cop. He got shot, and he's got a new identity. He drives a black car really fast, and the car talks back to him. The car is really sassy and gives him lip, but it's still his best friend.
And I like that he teaches kids in the future as a person.
Kids in the future.
He's Mr. Feeney, so he
the
teaches
car.
in the
Yes.
future.
Oh, what?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. The voice is.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm learning so much tonight. That's incredible.
He was the voice of Kit. He fights a car and a truck named Goliath, and that is really weird, but that's okay, because Hasselhoff sings German songs all day.
And there's an old stuffy British dude who is his boss, and a girl who fixes the car and is super technical.
And is there, will they or won't they, but they never do, because it's weird. Is there really one for them?
I mean, it was sort of a love triangle.
That really.
Kid always got in the way.
Okay.
Right. Yes. Kit was over.
Yeah.
Kit was his first love.
Kid was the same wise. It was the photo, rather, of
I know.
Knight Rider.
Yeah, that tailpipe, man.
Ooh,
So speaking of Hasselhoff, before the show, because we were doing Schwarzenegger later, I saw that Schwarzenegger is set to be the president in Kung Fury 2.
Yeah, Kung Fury.
And I didn't realize that Hasselhoff sang a song for Kung Fury.
He did.
I
yeah,
listened to it, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
yeah.
Kung Fury is great. People
Kung
forgot.
Fury's ridiculous and terrible, but whatever. It is, it's
No,
what it's supposed to
It's,
be.
why
it's
good.
exactly
No.
supposed to be what it was.
I know, but it's not. I don't like it, but I get what it's trying to do.
Hackerman. Come on, Hackerman.
Hackerman, yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm amazed that people are still talking about it because that was what, like 5 years ago. Like, that's a thing that hasn't existed in so long. I'm a little amazed that people are remembering this little viral sensation that happened like 5 years back.
I'm just super impressed that so few people made that. It for being as everything it is, it's a shocking feat to have put together something like that with all the special effects and the music and the crazy plot and the like time travel and the giant Amazonian women and it's just so much going on.
And I love the side scroll fighting at the end and so it hit the right buttons because that's stuff I grew up with. So it's like, okay, you're just hitting all the buttons that I like.
Yeah.
But yeah.
In the chat, Tammy says, "I take Kid and drop the Hoff in a New York minute." Oh boy.
Oh wow. Kid was a better character. Yeah. Well.
See, you know what? I'll defend Hasselhoff. I actually think you have to have both those characters. Like that worked, I think, because of the relationship really between Michael and Kid. Honestly, is why the show worked for me. I love that show.
He talked on his watch. He was like, he was the best. Next to Dick Tracy, he was the other guy that talked to him.
So Tammy mentions Airwolf, and then Jen says, "What is Airwolf? Sounds like my kind of show." Airwolf is the Knight Rider of helicopters.
Up the sky, yeah.
Except it doesn't talk, but basically it's like a super high-powered helicopter.
Yeah, exactly. I still remember that it launched basically like 100 different kinds of projectiles. They were all basically just drawn on discs that were clearly like done with $3 of post-production budget. But they were so cool. They put all the money into explosions.
Oh yeah. Recycle the same 3 scenes every episode.
Yeah.
Right? It's always the helicopter rising up from the. It's like
that footage must have cost a fortune because they couldn't do anymore.
Oh no! So Julius says, "Now by popular demand, 2 or more of us have said it. So Airwolf theme song is what he's requesting."
I don't remember it.
All right, we're just gonna have to. Well, Jen actually suggests that all of them should be set to the Star Wars melody.
Oh God!
No matter what show it is.
All right, here's what we need to do, though. If we do this game again, we actually have to get the suggestions ahead of time so we can listen to the song, and have it ready for when we come in for the next game.
So much for improv, but yes, it's a
It's be improv, man. No, it's even more fun. I think we could just set it to the Star Wars melody, man. That could be funny.
But Airwolf is great. Airwolf is I mean, it's another late 80s, early 90s action show that dealt with a vehicle. That was very popular. Hell, remember the Viper show that happened for a little while?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I did forget about that.
One season, it was kind of like the 90s, the Knight Rider. They tried to make it.
Yeah, and there was like a PT Cruiser show too, I think.
No, like a badass PT Cruiser. I want to see them do one with like a bicycle, like a really cool bicycle. I guess that was Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yeah, or E.T. or Stranger Things.
I take it back. It's been done.
Huffy
mentions V. I love V, man.
I've never seen V.
Oh, dude, you still got to see it. Actually, see it and watch both of them, like the original and the new one. They're both great.
Yeah.
Oh, good job, Maria.
Yeah, so Maria, our good friend and patron Maria, has been watching silently. Hello, everyone. She's finally figured out how to chat. Okay, great. Good, Maria. I'm so really glad to hear that.
Written, yeah.
Good. She was probably just laughing too much at our songs that she couldn't type or sing.
Yeah.
You lose the ability to
mute. She just kept clicking mute. That's why.
That was it. It's like, oh no, they're still doing it.
They're still singing. Gotta stop.
Tammy mentions that Ernest Borgnine was in Airwolf. That's true. He was.
He was, yeah.
All right. I guess that's enough singing for.
Yeah, I think we've exhausted.
Thank you for putting up with that, folks. Thank you for all those great suggestions, though.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Exhausting, terrifying, a lot of fun.
That was very, very difficult.
I need you to here. Just end it with your rendition. Just you, Jeff. Your rendition of "Saved by the Bell" without the lyrics, with your own lyrics for "Saved by the Bell."
He said that because he knows it's one of my favorite shows ever. Because that show already has the perfect lyrics, right? But you want me to have my own lyrics to "Saved by the Bell," right?
So you can top it. Yeah, that's a true fan.
All right. Well, you guys gotta help me out though too. I can't be the only one who does it. I gotta think. All right. All right. I'll start with the beginning.
Let's go so fast.
So there's the bell.
Yeah. Oh, there's the bell. All right. All right. When I wake up in the morning, I thinking of Kelly Kapowski, and I wanna kiss her and have some sex. But Mr. Feldy's on my case, and I gotta go to detention. And Screech is doing something weird. That's not the theme song at all, by the way. Like how it sounds.
It's all right.
Because school is real hard. I'm sorry, I'm out, I guess. Oh my god.
Her clothes and all that good stuff, and oh god, what's her name? Who's always so excited?
Jessie's so excited.
Jesse's so excited. And so sad.
She's really smart, and Slater's on the wrestling team.
I thought it was
Lisa Turtle do.
Lisa likes to shop and spend money and insult Screech all the time.
Screech had a crush on her. And then there was this girl who was a biker that came in the last season, but
her name was Tori, and Zach had a crush on her, but then she disappeared for the graduation.
Timeout.
Nice.
That was good.
That was really good.
The crony just said, LMAO, that was probably the original song, the one I just sang, but I like the one they chose to go with instead.
I mean,
Right, I don't know why they didn't choose my version. I was really upset about that.
Oh, man.
Maria says bye. She has crying, sad, smiley faces. Julie said, come on, Jeff, you can do it.
You did it. You did it. That was it.
Yeah.
When I lived in New York, there was a 90s cover band called the Bayside Tigers. I saw them as often as I could.
Oh, my God, yes.
Yes.
They sing Saved by the Bell music?
I think they did once.
They sing Friends Forever?
Oh, they sang...
I hope not.
I love that song, man. That was the Dreams when they were in a band, the Zack Attack.
Oh, that's...
They did Friends Forever. They were a super popular band, yeah.
Super popular. Yeah.
And it was so obvious that the voices were not anywhere close to the actual actors' voices, the singing voices.
But that was a thing in the 90s. And that was a thing in the 90s. They did a lot of there were a lot of shows. There was a PBS show called Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. I remember that.
And they had one of the characters was a DJ or something, and she had a song that she actually wrote lyrics to a song that they ended up singing in the show, and it's great.
Yeah.
But it's wow. Such a 90s thing to do is just make up these really kind of super friendly and very positive and upbeat songs that are just really cheesy.
Oh, I love that though, man.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what made it great though, was that they were really cheesy. But yeah.
Oh my God, Jalu just told me something amazing that I did not know of. He says, Jeff, you got to do a fan meetup at the Saved by the Bell restaurant in Santa Monica. There's a Saved by the Bell restaurant.
We have a pop-up of the diner. The Max, yeah. We have there's a pop-up of the Max here, yeah.
Like pop-up as you don't go inside of it, or
pop-up in other words that it's taking up a space that was originally used for something else, so they left, and so it's just there for a little while. It's not a permanent place for the.
But does it looks like it? Just like
yeah. It's a recreation. It's a complete.
And you can actually eat there.
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh my God! Thank you, Julie. I gotta go there so bad now, man.
That's a big thing in LA. Is we like to have our big pop-up. Themed stuff here that are based on TV shows. Like we had a Seinfeld thing for a while. Oh no, maybe New York.
Oh, that's awesome.
But they have the pop-up things all the time here. It's great.
That's so nostalgic. I love it.
Nice. Oh yeah. Ariel says, "Good night, guys. I have to get back to work." All right. Well, thank you so much, Ariel, for spending your evening with us.
Yeah. Hey. Well, you made it to the end of the show because we're right at the end before the
before after hours. Yeah.
Oh,
so, folks, that is true. If you we are about to end the normal show, but we are going to be doing after hours. This is how it's going to work. Can you just check Patreon again, Francis, as I talk here to make sure it's working? Sure. So what's going to happen, folks, is we're going to end this stream. But if you are one of our patrons at $3 a month or more, go to patreon.com/supergeekedup. I'll put it on the screen in a second. Basically, the first post, give me 2 minutes to set it up, but the top post you'll see is the a video for the after hours stream. Okay, it'll say SGU After Hours, and you'll see a video there on YouTube, and you can just click on that and start watching us. Just refresh the page if you don't see it right away, or refresh YouTube if you're not seeing the new chat. We're going to continue just here with our last segment, talking Schwarzenegger movies and quotes, and I guess we're going to do it maybe sensual, possibly, because Francis is weird. We'll see.
I'll get weird with you, Francis. I'll get weird with you.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
You're back for more shows, man. You're getting back.
All right, so yeah, folks. So again, after we do some links here, we'll end this, and then again, just go to patreon.com/supergeekedup, and we're gonna keep going here in the new segment. But before we do that, Tom, where can they check you out in Supernova Smash? Just give us some links.
So supernovasmash.com, or if you want to see other things I make, thomhines.com, THOMHINES.com. But I don't do much, so if you Supernova Smash, and then maybe we'll be back. Well, I'll have something else to share. Hopefully, some news about some more mini games and other cool things.
Yeah, I'll bring it back. We have to do more singing.
Oh,
when you're ready to promote, we'll have you on.
Oh yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
By the way, Scorpio just joined us. Hey, Scorpio, glad you could make it. There's a real Forks, Washington, where we celebrate Twilight too. He said.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a real
celebrate.
Thing.
Yeah, and the city that Adam West grew up in, they have a Batman Day.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
that's really nice. I like that. Francis, where can they find you online?
You can find all the stuff that I do on sinceresarcasm.net, where I do all sorts of different shows. You can see what I do there, and I'm at AKA the other guy on social medias like Twitter and Instagram, and I take pictures of socks. You'll see the picture of my Google travel guide socks on.
Wow, socks! Exciting.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna give reviews and I'm gonna give ratings, and Google's like, here's some socks. I'm like, okay, thanks.
Free socks. All right.
Yeah, hey, I'll take them.
All right, cool. And folks, we're at supergeekedup.com, at supergeekedup on Twitter. You can give us follow. Subscribe here on YouTube. That always helps us out a lot. We really appreciate it. And Jalou just said, okay, how do I see this? Okay, yeah, once again, folks, if you're one of our patrons and you want to see our SGU after hours, just go over to patreon.com/supergeekedup. And again, it should be the first thing that pops right on your page there on the top post. Again, just give me a minute or two. I gotta go just set up the new stream there. But just refresh your page if you don't see it in a minute or two. And then we will do one last segment in After Hours. All right, so folks, thank you so much. If you're joining us in After Hours, we'll see you in a minute. If not, really appreciate you guys geeking out with us. Of course, thank you to Tom and Francis and everybody in the chat. So thank you so much, guys. Stay healthy, stay safe, and stay geeky, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye.